Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a key ring or a keychain. I have made a little octopus here and it's a really nice, cute little toy for your key ring or keychain. It looks really nice, cute. And for this particular project, I have used my 100% cotton yarn, and here I've used my 2.5 mm of the hook. So let's begin. Okay, so for this one we're gonna have our yarn and we will make a magic circle here. So let's begin with the magic circle. So for the magic circle, just put your yarn around your fingers and make an axe here. Just hold your axe, put the second strand of yarn at the back, insert your hook like this and grab your yarn and turn your hook, and that's it. This is your magic circle. And now here I'm going to have chain one. Now this chain one is not a stitch. I've just made this chain one to secure this magic circle. Now here into this magic circle we're going to have 6 single crochets for our round number 1. So here it is. Insert your hook into this magic circle, grab your yarn and have your 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here it is. We got our 6 single crochets here for our round number 1, and we're going to just pull over this yarn, our end, and here it is. It looks like this. And now I'm going to insert my hook into this first stitch. So this is my first stitch. I will insert my hook into this first stitch like this, and I will grab the yarn, and here I'm going to have my 2 loops on my hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through both the loops, and this is your first stitch of your round number 2. Remember, we're going to work in a spiral way now. So this is your first stitch of your round number 2. Now to remember, just insert your stitch marker here so that you will remember that this is your first stitch. Now here for the round number 2, we're going to have 2 single crochets into each stitch. So here again, insert your hook into that same space, into that same first stitch, and grab your yarn and have your 1 more single crochet here. Go to this next stitch, insert your hook and have 2 more single crochets here. Go to your next stitch and have another 2 single crochets here. Now keep on having 2 single crochets into each stitch from your previous round. And for this round, round number 2, you're going to have your 12 single crochets. 1, 2. And here it is. I've got this last 2 single crochets. Here it is. I've got this 12 single crochets. Now I'm going to take out this stitch marker, and I will go to this first stitch of my round number 2. We'll insert my hook, grab the yarn, and we'll make 1 single crochet here. Put the stitch marker back on. This is your first stitch of your round number 3. And here for the first stitch we're going to have 1 single crochet, and for the next stitch we're going to have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. So it's 1, and insert your hook again into that same stitch, grab your yarn and have 1 more single crochet here. Now again for the next stitch we're going to have 1 single crochet, and for the next one we're going to have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. Now keep on repeating this pattern. So your next stitch will have 1 single crochet, and into the stitch after that you're going to have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. So it's 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochet, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets. And by the end of this round, round number 3, you're going to have your 18 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. I have my 18 single crochets for my round number 3. Now I'm going to take out this stitch marker, and I will insert my hook into this first stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make 1 single crochet here. Put the stitch marker back on. This is the first stitch of your round number 4. And now for the round number 4, for the first 2 stitches we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So this is your first single crochet. Go to the next stitch, grab your yarn and have 1 more single crochet. So first 2 stitches have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Go to this third stitch, and into this third stitch have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. So it's 1 and 2. Again, next 2 stitches we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and into this third stitch we're going to have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. And now keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round, round number 4, we're going to have our 24 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. At the end of our round number 4, we have our 24 single crochets. And now I'm going to take out my this stitch marker, and I will insert my hook into my this first stitch of my round number 4. We'll grab the yarn, we'll make my first single crochet of my round number 5 here. And now for this round number 5, for the first 3 stitches, we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So this is our first single crochet. Go to this next stitch and have 1 single crochet. Go to the next one and have 1 single crochet. So first, for the first 3 stitches, we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. And into this 4th stitch, we're going to have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. Again, next 3 stitches, we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And into this 4th stitch, we're going to have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. And now keep on repeating this pattern. And by the end of this round number 5, we're going to have 30 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. After our round number 5, we have our 30 single crochets here. And now I'm going to take out my this stitch marker. So take out the stitch marker, insert your hook again into this first stitch of your round number 5. Grab a yarn and make your 1 single crochet here. And this is your first single crochet of your round number 6. Now here, for the first 4 stitches, we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So this is your first single crochet. Go to your next stitch and have 1 more single crochet. Go to your next stitch, have 1 single crochet, and go to this 4th stitch and have 1 single crochet. So for the first 4 stitches, we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. And into this 5th stitch, we're going to have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. Again, next 4 stitches, we're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now into this 5th stitch, we're going to have 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. And now keep on repeating this pattern until the end of this round. And by the end of this round, you're going to have your 36 single crochets. And I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. At the end of my round number 6, I have my 36 single crochets. And now for our round number 7, we will not increase any stitches. So for the round number 7, we will insert our hook into this first stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make our first single crochet here. Have your stitch marker, put the stitch marker back on. This is your first stitch of your round number 7. And now keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch from the previous round. And by the end of this round number 7, we're going to have 36 single crochets. 1 single crochet into each stitch. And after round number 7, we will repeat our round number 7 until our round number 12. So from the round number 7 till round number 12, each round will have 36 single crochets, 1 single crochet into each stitch from the previous round. And I'm going to meet you after my round number 12. Remember, here I'm doing my round number 7, and here I'm having 1 single crochet into each stitch from my previous round, and I will exactly repeat this round number 7 until my round number 12. Do not forget to have this stitch marker on every first stitch of your every round, so that you will remember that which round you are doing and which is your first stitch, because we are working on a spiral way. And I'm going to meet you after my round number 12. And here it is. After my round number 12, my work looks like this. Do not forget to turn your work inside out, because when you have started your work, it must be like this. So you will have to turn your work inside out. And here it is. After my round number 12, my work looks like this. Now for the round number 13, I'm just going to take out this stitch marker, and here we're going to decrease our stitches. So here for the first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch, grab your yarn and have 1 single crochet here. Put the stitch marker back on. And for the next 2 stitches, we will make our decrease here. So take this, insert your hook into this front loop of this next stitch, just like this. Do not go and do not take both the loops like this. Just take the front loop of this next stitch and grab your yarn. Go to the next stitch, insert your hook and take the front loop, sorry, not the back loop, the front loop, and yarn over and grab your yarn. And now you're going to have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, and this is your invisible decrease. Again, the next stitch, insert your hook into the next stitch, take both the loops, grab your yarn and make a regular single crochet here. And now into this next 2 stitches, we will take the front loops, insert your hook into the front loop, grab your yarn, go to your next stitch, insert your hook into the front loop and grab your yarn. You're going to have 3 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. Again, the next stitch we're going to have 1 normal single crochet, and next 2 stitches we will have our decrease stitch, our invisible decrease. So we will take the front loop only, grab your yarn, go to the next stitch, insert your hook into the front loop and grab your yarn. You're going to have 3 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. And now keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round, round number 13, we're going to have our 24 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you after by this round with my 24 single crochets. And here it is. After my round number 13, my work looks like this, and I have my 24 single crochets here. And now we will insert our eyes here. So for that one, just go anywhere and here count your this rows. We will go between 3 to 4 rows. So it's our first row, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we will go somewhere here. So just have your eyes, and this one is about 5 mm of the size. So I will go in between this 3 and 4 rows. So from the bottom I will go between 3 and 4 rows. So it's 1, 2 and 3, and between this 3 and 4 rows I will just insert the eyes, one eye like this, and similarly I will have the another eye, and we'll count about 4 stitches here. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4, and after my 4th stitch I will insert my this second eye like this. And now simply just have your this back washer in so that it will be nice and secure. So here it is. Your eyes are nice and secure. It's here. And now for your round number 14, here we will start making our legs. So these are the legs. We will start making with this legs. And now here, just take out this stitch marker. For the first 2 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So this is your first single crochet. Put your the stitch marker back on. Go to your next stitch and have 1 single crochet here. So for the first 2 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and into our this 3rd stitch, we will have our popcorn stitch. Now usually for the popcorn stitch, what we do is we have our 5 double crochets together into this 1 stitch, but here we will take 8 double crochets into that 1 stitch. So for that one, yarn over and go to this your 3rd stitch and have your 8 double crochets into this 3rd stitch. So this is your first double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So here it is. We got our 8 double crochets into that 1 stitch, into our this 3rd stitch. Now leave this yarn and go to this first double crochet. So this is my first double crochet. I will insert my hook into my this first double crochet, and I will grab the yarn and I will pull my yarn through my this first double crochet, and here it is. This is our popcorn stitch. And now we are going to repeat this pattern. So again, for the next 2 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Remember, I'm not going to have any chain 1 here. So no chain 1, just grab your yarn and directly go to this 4th stitch, insert your hook into this 4th stitch and grab your yarn and have 1 single crochet here. Go to this next 5th stitch, grab your yarn and have 1 single crochet here. And now into this 6th stitch, we will have another popcorn stitch. So for that one, yarn over, insert your hook into that 1 stitch and have 8 double crochets here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 and 8. Here it is. Now leave your yarn and go to this first double crochet. So this is my first double crochet. I will insert my hook into this first double crochet, and I will grab my yarn from the back and I will pull my yarn through my first double crochet, and here it is. And now go to this next stitch directly. Remember not to have any chain one here. Just go to your next stitch directly and have 2 single crochets. So it's 1 single crochet, go to a next stitch and have 1 more single crochet. So here it is. For the next 2 stitches, 1 single crochet into each stitch. So we got our next 2 single crochets, and again into this third stitch we will have our popcorn stitch. So for that one we will have 8 double crochets into that one stitch. And now keep on repeating this pattern until the end of this round, and you're going to repeat this pattern for about 8 times all over on this round number 14, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. This is my last popcorn stitch of my round number 14, and now for the round number 15 I will take out my this stitch marker and I will go directly into this single crochet of my round number 14, and will insert my hook into this first stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make 1 single crochet here. Now you can put this stitch marker back on. So this is you will remember that this is your first stitch of your round number 15. Now every single crochet we will have our 1 single crochet on top of every single crochet. So here for the round number 14, for the first 2 stitches we had our 1 single crochet. So here on top of your this first single crochet have your 1 single crochet, your first single crochet of your round number 15. Go to this second stitch, insert your hook and have 1 single crochet again. So it's your 2 single crochets of your round number 15. Now we will not work on this popcorn stitch. So here forget this popcorn stitch. After this popcorn stitch you will find your another 2 stitches. So these are your 2 stitches, 2 single crochets. So here you're going to have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2. Again we will not work on this popcorn stitch. After this popcorn stitch we will find our another 2 single crochets. So have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Here it is. It's 1 and 2. And now keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round number 15, we're gonna have our 16 6 single crochets. So after every popcorn stitch you will find your this 2 single crochets. So insert your hook into that single crochets and have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and you're gonna have your 16 single crochets for this round number 15. And here it is. I have my this 16 single crochets here. This is my popcorn stitch, so I'm not going to work on it, and this is my first stitch of my round number 15. And now for the round number 16 we're going to take out the stitch marker and we will work on a decreased stitches. So here I'm going to take my this first stitch of my round number 15 and will insert my hook into the front loop of my this first stitch, and will grab the yarn. I will go to the second stitch and will take the front loop only, and will grab the yarn. And now I'm going to have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. And here we're going to put our this stitch marker. So this is your first stitch of your round number 16. And now we will work on decreased stitches. So again take the next stitch. Here it is. This is your next stitch. Insert your hook into the front loop of your this next stitch, grab your yarn, go to this next stitch, take the front loop, insert your hook and grab your yarn. You're going to have 3 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. And now keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round number 16, we're going to have 8 single crochets here. All stitches will be decreased stitches, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 16 with my 8 single crochets. And here it is. I have my 8 single crochets here, and now I will just pull my this yarn a little longer, and here you're gonna find your this little hole in here, and here we will insert our soft toy feeling. So here it is. You can use the twisters as well. Now whenever you are putting this feeling, I'm just gonna take out the stitch marker. We don't gonna need this one. This is our last run anyway. So just insert your this soft toy filling. And whenever you're doing this soft toy filling, whenever you're inserting your this soft toy filling, just keep in mind that all of your this soft toy fillings should not be too tight and it should not be too loose. So whenever you're filling your any soft toy and putting this filling inside, just keep in mind that do not have it too tight or do not have it too loose. Here it is. Just gonna need a little more here. And here it is all stuffed. And now we are gonna cut our yarn. Now here we're gonna cut a longer tail because we're gonna need our tail to close this round as well, and we will need our yarn for this our legs as well. So for that one, just have a little longer yarn, cut a little longer, and here secure your this last stitch. Here it is. And now we're going to need a needle here. Let's just have a needle. And now we will close over this last stitch. So here it is. Take all of these stitches, here it is all closed. It is nice and secure and closed. And now we will go to this legs. So for that one, just insert your needle like this and take out your needle from somewhere here next to your any of your legs, any of this octopus legs, and just have your yarn like this. And now what we will do is we will take all of these stitches together. So here my yarn is here, and here we have 8 double crochets. So just take 8 double crochets here like this. It's 1. This is your second stitch. I'm just taking these front loops. So this is 2, 3, 4th stitch, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take this 8 stitches all the way around. I'm taking the front loops and I will just close this one. So here it is. It will look like this. Just close your this 8 double crochets. So here it is. This is your unclosed and this is your closed. So here it is. It is more firm and it looks good in here. So here, and we will repeat this pattern for all the way around for all of these legs. So here it is. Just fix your this leg, and here I'm gonna go to this next leg and take out my this yarn, and again I will repeat the process here. So here I'm gonna take the front loops. So that's our first stitch, second stitch, third stitch, fourth stitch, 5, 6, 7, and 8. here it is. I've taken all these stitches and just slightly I will fasten these all stitches together to make it firm. Here it is. And now keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. I've made this last leg as well. I've put everything together, and now we will insert over this loose end in. So for that one, just take this out from here and do the same. And here it is. The loose end is in, and now I'm gonna cut this yarn. Here it is. And now we will have the lips here. So for that one, have your black yarn. Now here I'm gonna use a black yarn, but if you don't have a black yarn, don't worry, just have a cotton thread, black cotton thread, and simply layer them into 4 or 5. So just fold them into 5 or 4 layers, and you're gonna have this thick kind of black yarn or black thread. So it's gonna be all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna insert this needle from here. I will take it out somewhere here, and here it is. Lips are done, and here it is. All done. And now just cut your yarn, and now I will simply tie a knot here, and I will put both loose ends in. And here it is. It is all done. Now if you want to create a loop here, you can simply put your keyring in here, so you can attach your keys in here. But if you don't want to attach directly, you can have a loop as well. So to create a loop, just have this slip knot and chain up 33 0. So it's 1 2 3 4 5. Here it is. I have this 30 chains, and I'm gonna cut my yarn, and I will secure this last stitch, and have your needle and simply attach your chains. That's going to create a loop here. Here it is. Your loop is ready. Just make a little knot here and put this loose ends in. And here it is. The loop is ready, and I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.